Hello and welcome to Chat G&G. I'm Gags, he's Grizz. We're reeling off a loss, but I'm not really reeling. I'm still on cloud nine. How about yourself, Grizz? Still on cloud nine?
No. Yes. Weird. It's weird time to be a Liverpool fan. No, it's not a weird time. It's an amazing time to be a Liverpool fan. But it's a weird feeling um, going into these last couple of games. It's like, when shall I tell you the best example I've seen given of
Hmm.
how to define it? When you've done your exams at school, when
Yeah,
the exams are done and it's the last couple of lessons or just the couple of weeks after you've done the exams, like, why
yeah,
are we still at school? Why are we still at college? We've done the exams, let us go now. But rules and legal and law stipulate that you have to remain uh, until the end of term. That's how it feels like now. But yeah, that's how I feel right now. Yeah, literally what we were discussing just off air has come to fruition. I don't know if you've seen the headlines. So I guess,
No, I'm
uh,
not seeing anything. What's going on?
yeah, Trent Alexander-Arnold. So literally, I literally just told you that before we went live that yeah, he's told the club and it's about to be briefed. So he's come
And
out with a
it's
statement. I don't know if you want to bring it up on screen if you can. If you
yeah,
want to share
I can
screen,
try and find it. I can try and
let's get
find it.
into it. I guess.
Let me try and get where
Yeah,
is it on Twitter?
it's everywhere now. He's done the official statement.
Wow.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's have a look.
I guess go to Trent's. He's done the yeah.
He's done it on his own.
He's done his own, yeah.
Going now. Oh wow, okay. Here you go. Let's get
Yeah.
this on the screen. Live. What? I mean, what timing?
Hey, what
What
time?
timing?
You waited for Chat G and G.
Chat waiting for Chat G&G, man. Here you go.
There you
So,
go. Right, let's go.
after 20 years at Liverpool Football Club,
Mm.
now is the time for me to confirm that I will be leaving at the end of the season. This is easily the hardest decision I've ever made. I know many of you have wondered why or been frustrated that I haven't spoken about this yet, but it was always my intention to keep my full focus on the team's best interests, which was securing number 20. The club has been my whole life, my whole world for 20 years, from the academy right through until now. The support, the love I have felt from everyone inside and outside of the club will stay with me forever. I will forever be in debt to you all, but I've never known anything else. And this decision is about experiencing a new challenge, taking myself out of my comfort zone and pushing myself both professionally and personally. I've given my all every single day I've been at this club, and I hope you feel like I've given back to you during my time here. From the bottom of my heart, I thank everybody, my coaches, my managers, my teammates, the staff, our incredible supporters for the last 20 years. I've been blessed enough to live out my dreams here and will never, ever take for granted the special moments I've been fortunate enough to have lived through with you all. My love for this club will never die. And then he's obviously got a video out as well.
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
Um, well, oh my dear, oh my dear. Yeah, we won't publicize any of that stuff.
Oh, the comments underneath.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing so we can discuss it. Yeah, all
Yep,
good.
yep. All
All right,
good.
cool. Right, so he's waited until um, yeah, he's waited until after a loss as well.
Well, I think it was not the loss. I think it was the. I mean, I don't know. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to start with? We obviously weren't going to discuss this per se, but obviously it's on us now. Um, we've discussed it plenty. Obviously, one of those ones, the worst kept secret.
Mm.
We did assume or think that he's going to do it until the parade, like
We did
after the
assume.
parade.
I think it would have been better, wouldn't it? Really?
Again, it comes back to the argument and the debate and the chat and people wherever you're watching from and listening. Let us know what you guys think. When we had this discussion, when would have been a good time? This is the question. When would have been a good time? Like, what would have been a good time? What would have been the right way? What is the wrong way? Do you know what I mean? It's like, how do we do this? It's like,
There's. You're right. It's so difficult. There's no right way, wrong way. But I think
it's
it's
not right way,
nice.
wrong way. Timing wise,
Well, now in hindsight, why would Trent be made vice captain before this season started? Because hindsight's always 2020, and he's literally just told the club now that he's leaving, like literally today. I mean, they probably knew that he wasn't going to sign a contract, but once you've made a vice captain, at that point nobody knew what was going on. At that point, we didn't think Mo was staying, we didn't think VVD was staying at the start of the season. And I think if you rip the vice captaincy off of someone afterwards, it looks worse. And it also confirms that they're off if the club did know. So, yeah, I mean, vice captaincy probably because they wanted to keep him or they wanted to show him that, hey, stay, you'll be vice captain. I think some people are just either just turning in now or, haven't seen. We just gone through the statement, folks. We literally just went through the whole statement and read it out and shared the screen. So yeah, that's what we're talking about. Grizz, I agree. I don't think I don't think you find the right way in this. You know what I mean? Don't think you find the right way to do it. It's just he's had to do it when he's ready. He probably wants to go join him. Before
Right. So it's good you just reminded me of that. Because you're right. There is rumors and circulating that Real Madrid want him for the World Club Cup and they want him before that. So that suggests then he's timed this to match or go in line with that. That's not a good look, is it, Gags? Or is it? Or
depends if because he can't leave until July. I don't think. I think his contract will go till July, so he can't leave until then. That's when those contracts start, 1st July normally. So unless they have to pay him out, really, to go a couple of mil or whatever it is to get him to go there. So in the end, Liverpool end up getting something. But yeah, I think Liverpool would just say, we want 10 mil. We don't care what his contract is. We want 10 mil.
Obviously, we're not going to get 10 mil, but what would we take? What are we thinking about? Are we thinking about...
Well, he shouldn't go. If they're not going to pay the 10 mil, why should we let him go early?
What difference does it make to us, Gags? To our lives?
Well, not to our lives, but the club. If he's been holding out on us, we should hold out on him now, right?
No. Of course, we should. No, there has to be a form of compensation.
Yeah, so ask for 10 million, they'll pay it because they're loaded.
They won't pay 10 million. We'll get a couple of million for him, but who cares? Bring the couple of million in, right?
Yeah, well, for me now, if we've got the upper hand in something with Real Madrid, I want to rinse them. That's really where it's at. I'm not really too bothered about Trent. I'm happy for Trent to go, but I just like that we're in this position where we can hold them over a barrel and just.
Jody says Madrid. Jody,
I'll get it up.
Madrid will need Liverpool permission. Just let him go, man. Why be bitter?
We're not bitter. I'm not bitter about Trent. I want money off Madrid. Like, listen, he's going for free. If they want him, they should pay something. Like, it should be a premium to get him early, man. Sorry. It should be a premium. We have the upper hand for once in this situation, finally.
It's hardly upper hand in the...
They are shit, Grizz. They are completely shit. They're going to have a new manager, probably, by that time.
Oh, no, 100% they want a new... Yeah,
right. And they're going to want a player to come in. Yeah, look, even Alex, we should mug off Madrid. Everybody should mug off Madrid. Come on, man. They're giving us so much... It's not about Trent. By the way, not bitter about Trent. I'm happy. You guys know my feelings on Trent. Happy for him to go. I just want to get the money from Madrid.
I don't think it's hardly mugging off Madrid, right? I think it's a matter of a couple of million, but I definitely think we should let him go. Not let him go. I think we should actively sort of push him towards the exit door now.
Yeah, and this is right, dude. There's a transfer window before the World Club Cup, but his contract does not end during the World Club Cup. It ends before the World Club Cup. It ends after it. So whilst he's still in contract, he can be sold.
Hence the compensation fee. So obviously, like how it works, guys, basically, like imagine when we talk about sort of a player going into his last season or he has 12 months left or whatever. And then we say, okay, normally the player would be worth 50 million, but he's got a year left, 20 million, or 25 million, you come to an agreement. Well, in this case, he's got 1 month left. So 1 month left equals 2-3 million.
Yeah, well, anything will do. I think we should start with 10 and work the way down.
Yeah, but this is what Tony says. A small fee of $1 million will also help as PSR, as an academy players. It's pure profit. If he goes for free, that's a big dent in the book value. I'm not sure at this stage if it's a big dent, but I hear your point. And, it's, a few million, and they'll pay that. And I think it's time to be happily shoving him out the door. I mean, that's the best and the polite way of putting it. I know you're more nicer than me and kinder than me and less bitter than me, and you're thinking, no, it's whatever.
I'm saying that I want to mug off Madrid. How am I a kind person?
Yeah, but I want to push out Trent as well, though.
Trent, obviously, yes. But when it comes to money,
I'm not. You see, I'm not.
What?
I want to actively push him out the door now and say bye and not play
okay.
any more minutes.
It's going to be. Oh yeah. I don't like Jill. Was it Jill here, or was it? Yeah, Jill saying I'll make it sit on the bench today. I agree with that.
I think he's returning. I think the fact that he brought on Conor Bradley yesterday.
Conor Bradley looked great when he came on, by the way.
Yeah. I was in two minds since this whole noise about shall we play him until the end of the season, etc., etc. I'm no longer in two minds. I don't know about you, Gags. I am no longer in two minds. I'm absolutely adamant that Conor Bradley starts every single game now.
It's one game a week. He should be able to handle it. We should play Conor Bradley. I agree. I don't think there's
no sentiment, no that, and I don't know how the chat feels. I don't know. Let us know what you think. Should he be given games, for his loyalty and all of that business? Whatever. I'm not going to say it disingenuously. If you genuinely believe that, then let us know. I'm adamant that Trent doesn't see any more playing time for Liverpool Football Club now that he's told us he's off.
I don't think he should be frozen out completely. I think he can be with the squad. It's no problem. I think now that they've won it, the whole squad's going to be pretty relaxed about this now. I think the fact is if it was done during the season, and you could see, I reckon Verge must have known, because you could see, when the turn of the year came and at the United game, he was leathering him in the game. Like during the game, he was chewing him out. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell are you playing? Like that type of thing. So I reckon some of the players probably knew, but they're just like, you got to sort yourself out. His injury probably came as a blessing at that point, if he was going to continue playing like that for us. So, I mean, was he even injured? We don't even know. I mean, these things can happen, right? It's 3 games. It makes no difference.
People are saying, mixed, people say good luck and everything else. And look, it's fine. Look, I don't know if you want to bring up that last one.
I'm going to quickly just smash through these quickly. He doesn't give a shit. We've got
Bradley.
Gutted.
Who would you like it right back? Conor Bradley.
Yeah.
Trent will be the next Michael Owen, as the story has been unveiled. Pure greed in exposure so low when the whole of Anfield crowd and Liverpool fans showed so much class in their celebration. We're going to get these type of reactions now from either side. Some are going to say, look, it's his decision. Like you. I mean, look, give your opinion. People that are joining us for the first time that may not know your opinion and your viewpoint of the whole scenario. Of course, we're getting new subscribers, new viewers, new followers.
Yeah, I'm like Tony.
First and foremost, you're all welcome. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't.
Please do subscribe.
And go on, guys. Give the people that haven't joined us before your
opinion. I don't think you can just erase the past. I don't think you can erase that he's won everything with the club. And he's been here with us, since he was a little kid, 6 years old? I don't know, something like that. I don't know what the story is, but he's been here since he was very, very young. He's now, 28? 27, 28? So, he spent 20 years with us. So I think, like his statement said, he's never experienced anything else. He's won every single thing. Won the Premier League twice, won the European Cup, won the World Club Cup, won it all with us, with Liverpool. Every single trophy possible, this boy's won with the club. So my opinion is, maybe he could have handled it better during the year. I've got no problem with all of that, but it's just I think people are upset with the way he's gone about it, and with the greed stuff, fine. But I think just wish I bet you the cop will still sing his name on the last day of the season before he goes. I bet you. And you know what? That's how it should be. They will. I
Do you
bet you
think?
they will. They won't boo him. Watch. I don't think they'll boo him.
I'm going to be interested in seeing their reaction now that he's announced it. Starting
They
off with,
all knew. We all knew he was off. Why would they sing it when they know he's
I
off?
know, but they haven't been. No, but they sang it because he scored,
Come
and it was
on,
the emotion of the title celebration, and I think
Grizz,
75% of got carried away.
as soon as Verge and Mo signed, and there was no sign of a Trent signing, we all knew. Okay, everybody knew, unless you're being naive. And I agree with Matthias Sahilia as well. Liverpool showed a lot of class. I think they'll continue to show that class. I think when he comes,
Liverpool, but
yeah, Liverpool fans will as well. Liverpool fans in the stadium will. Online ones won't because keyboards, warriors, you know. But I think the ones in the stadium and the traveling cup will. I bet you.
I'm ready to bet you that it will be 50-50.
Okay, fair enough. Let's
I
see
think
what
it'll be
happens.
very split, Gags. I think it will be very, very split. You as well as I, we both know
Well,
loads.
we're split. We're split, so I guess it will be.
There you go. There you go. Exactly. And we're both very, we can discuss it and chat about it. And we appreciate and respect both of our opinions on the situation and the scene. I know.
Whilst he's a red, I say he's a red. As soon as he's at Madrid, you know what? When he comes back to Anfield, because he will with Madrid at some point.
I'm
right?
not talking about booing. No. Hold on. I want to make it clear, people. I don't think he's going to get booed. I don't think the reception. I don't think the reception will be rip roaring like it was the other day, for example.
And that's fair. That's fair.
I think he'll be.
I think he'll get an applause, and that's maybe something like that.
I think he'll be subdued. Let's just say.
Yeah.
Boos. Yes, you're right. I mean, look. In the wise words of the main man himself, Mr. Liverpool himself, King Kenny, he goes, the wise words. The most important people at Liverpool Football Club are the ones that want to be here. Simple.
Exactly. You got to learn from the best. You got to learn from the people that, live this club for the people of the city, help the people of the city. And if Kenny's saying stuff like that, that's exactly what we should be doing. We should be living for the people that are going to be here correctly. I agree with him. And, just give him a nice clap and off he goes. But when he comes back, he's going to get booed. I reckon he'll get booed.
Yeah. If he gets back.
Comes back, he'll get booed. Samuel L., thank you so much for the chat. Really hope we get a right back replacement or some links. I reckon there'll be someone linked, maybe not a first choicer, maybe a youngster. I don't know, but
we have links. We have links, Samuel. We have links. We have Frimpong, strongly linked, and we have Martin Fernandez of Porto, strong link. So those two are ones to keep an eye on in the next immediately now. Obviously, attention turns to. We definitely need a right back to rival or compete with Conor Bradley. Absolutely, for sure.
And also Klopp's quote as well. It's not important what people think when you come in. It's much more important what people think when you leave. And if people are going to be unhappy, then that's a bit sad for him.
This is it. Klopp, what a wise statement.
Because remember, Bobby, obviously we knew Bobby's time was done. Yeah. Trent's peak could still come, but I think we've seen his peak. You know why? Because he started really young, and they peak when they start younger or get into first team younger, they peak earlier. And then it starts to dip a little. I don't know if going to Madrid is going to be great for him. We'll see. But I think we might have already got his peak. And his performance in the last couple of seasons, if we're honest, I don't think he's been that superb or great defensively, at least. So let's see what happens. But the two that we needed to remain at the top level, we've got to replace Trent's creativity for sure. But Bradley, whenever he seems to play, seems to be really in and around that forward area and wants to be up there and really passionate about it. Whether he's inside or outside Mo, he's been able to create. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what Bradley can bring and looking forward to the future. Real Talk says, farewell Trent, thank you for the titles. TLFC says, Trent can get on the plane now, deserves views now. Next question from Alex is, should he be on the bus? Of course he should, dude.
You say course, but a lot of people are saying
no, but of course he should. Of course he should. He's played his part in winning the league, folks. Like, don't be. You can be bitter about him leaving. What's the word? Ehsan faramosh, we say in Punjabi. What's the word? Don't be ungrateful.
Ungrateful, yeah.
Ungrateful for the season. He still played part in the season, bro. Still played a part in the season. Won us a game at Leicester. Look, All those points, they all counted towards winning a league title and giving us that moment last week. We shouldn't be ungrateful for
So
anything.
James Pierce has got an article out, and I haven't read the article, but the inside story of Trent telling Slot face to face at Kirby in March.
Wow. There you go.
Talks an opening offer initiated by Hughes last April.
Yeah, look, this one on here from Kunal on Twitter, Gags and Grizz. Trent was easily a 60 million player. Can be loss? What can this loss be on owners' part because they didn't? No, not at all. Listen,
This one can't.
No, I keep saying this since all of the contract situations. Okay, they are inherited by Hughes and Edwards from the last regime because they both weren't here. You can say all you want about getting it done, getting whatever. They didn't know what the manager was going to be like. They weren't sure if Slot was going to be great. They find out by October it was going to be great. Two of them very much wanted to stay. Two of them signed. I reckon those two guys signed very, very early on, if I'm honest. They've been protecting Trent the whole time. And they've been protecting Trent this whole time. We're waiting for him to make a decision. I don't think it's on the owners. I think this guy, Trent, planned this since the last signing. He signed a 4-year, not a 5. So when he was 28, not 29, or whatever his age is, he's planned it so that he leaves now where he feels it's his peak or he's got some value. So I think Trent never, ever wanted to sign another contract. I think he was always going to his mate Bellingham. As soon as Bellingham left to go to Madrid, he was always going to go with him, I think.
But this is the part where I struggle with, Gags. This is the part where I'm not as sympathetic towards him and the move as you. That part, the planning behind it.
Why can you plan for 4 years in the future, dude? Can you? No, like if you had a chance, could you? So then everybody's got a right, bro. Like it's a contract, it's business.
I agree.
We have to stop being so. You can be hurt by it. I shouldn't really police anyone's. I should stop doing that.
Just giving our opinions. No, we can police.
I don't want to police anyone's feeling. You should feel what you want to feel, but everyone's got a right to look out for what they want to do in life, and especially when they've achieved everything. You know what's a big bonus for him? He got another Premier League on the way out. That's what's a big bonus for him, because I bet you he didn't think we would.
I think you absolutely allowed to plan your life, your career, your future, your family, however you wish to do so. I also, if you're being with an institution or a club or an organization or a business for the amount of years that he has been and been brought up through the ranks from every level, then I think there is a sense of loyalty that that organization expects as well. If and openness. If it doesn't get that in return, okay, then you can't do anything about it, but you can be bitter and vilify him for it. So it works both ways, Gags. He's allowed to do what he wants.
Yeah, and you guys,
he secured his family's future. He secured his whole generation's future with that signing on fee that he's going to get. Nobody can tell us it's not about money.
It is about money. It's 100% about money, bro.
Right. So therefore, but if he's telling us, like all the journalists are coming out now and saying he's told us in March.
He's been protected by the club for a long time. I believe it'll probably be earlier. They've known. If I heard we've offered him 6 contract offers and he's rejected 6 times. Mate, once you got to the 3rd one, you should know. You should know. This boy's not staying. By the way,
that's naivety on our part.
Yeah. Suj, thank you so much for the super chat again. Big up, brother Gags and Grizz. Gags looking 20 years younger with this look. Just leaving this for sharing the love. Hit the like and subscribe. Thank you so much, Suj. Appreciate it. It's not actually meant to be this way. I got a new what's it called?
Trimmer.
I got a new trimmer, and it's got one of the dials, and I left it on like 1 or 0.5, and then I did a bit here, and I was like, flipping, I'm gonna have to do all of it now. You know, the wife has given me so much shit since I did that. She loves the beard.
Trent, in his article, Trent would like to come back as a supporter.
Here you go. Don't get it twisted. Madrid played us. Madrid always play us, man. They did it with Chouameni as well. Tony says, good point, Gags. If you had to choose 2 out of the 3, got the right to. Absolutely got the right to. The elite levels. Hope LFC transfer strategy won't be. He was our first choice. Okay, I'm not sure what that was. Look at this. Pierce knows as much as we do, mate. Don't trust him. I think Pierce has been fed with what's going on right now, so I'm sure he does. Trent's creativity, very few assists. He's not hard to replace. Trent can ping. Oh, come on, chef's cranky. We don't have to be. We can be bitter, but we don't have to go clueless on it a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm very creative.
Yeah, look, as I said, I'm not sympathetic towards Trent, and I am angry and bitter and hurt. But I totally disagree with that. He's such a stunning creative player for Liverpool. So I'm not going to suddenly forget how good he is. Like defensively,
on the ball, amazing. Defensively, has the problems, you know.
Defensively, we saw glimpses of his, style, let's say, yesterday again, where he was walking around a couple of times. So it was pissing me off. Literally, I was watching it with the mob guys, and I was like, guys, look at this. This is what pisses me off. But then to say that he hasn't got creativity, whatever, that's just being absolutely downright silly. He's sensational.
Mateus says, so from the bottom of my heart, thank you, Trent Alexander-Arnold, for all your contributions for our club. The club made you, and the club built you, and the supporters supported you all the way. Wow, that's powerful, because there's still, didn't have to say he's a rat or whatever, but that came across to me how disappointed you were with him leaving. So nicely put. MK, I'm not worried about Trent leaving. I really feel for them Scousers. What? MK, are you not a Liverpool fan?
Probably not. But
Trent is now a rival. Good luck in La Liga, but no way in the CL. He's still with us, dude, until he goes. He's a red. Gio looks, what I actually think Liverpool could improve overall, let's not forget, is the one that screwed this whole thing up. Not sure I agree with that either. I think he decided what he wanted to do. No owner has any control over an agent or anyone once they want to do something. Very true. If Trent didn't score the winner, we don't have that historical moment at Anfield last week. Thank you, Real Talk. Gags, 100% Gags shows VVD and Salah's class even more. It shows, I mean, we should praise how they've behaved all season, and that's why they're the leaders of the club, really. Trent and Mo, VVD and Mo, been sensational on the pitch, off the pitch. Lived like literally whatever the PR team at the club told them. Tell them you still haven't signed it. Tell them you're still waiting for it. We don't mind looking bad. I bet you they fed all that to the players to say, you know, we've not signed it. We've not got a contract, even though it's all agreed. It's all done. They were going on with the story because they're just trying to protect another person. This guy's been heavily protected, you know. I'm telling you, I think he's been heavily protected. It's not free for long. Destiny, I can't say your first name. I'm really sorry. I'll give it a go. Men. Okay, sorry about that. Slot had known for long, and I think he and Richard has already been making plans on replacing him. I agree. And like Slot said in the past, when he's talked about telling players about our amazing fans. Yeah, let me tell you, if that doesn't convince you from doing a U-turn last week,
nothing will.
Then nothing in the whole world will. Emotions left sport years ago. I'm sorry you feel that way. He looked out with his PL. I agree as well. I think LFC will improve. With that said, this is on FSG. Wow. I don't know. I agree with the host. Okay. We're both hosts, by the way. There's no better way to respond to this than winning the CL over and over. Yeah, that would be beautiful, mate. Agree with the host and not Grizz. Why? Grizz is a good guy, man. Agree with him too. I'm still struggling with understanding why Trent was made vice captain before it started. You're still going on about this. Was the reason behind it just I want to be captain for this club? Well, true. It could be. And maybe the club thought they could still win him over. But sometimes it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. And he's played it. So I can see why people... Great news. Since when? Do we accept a local lad jogging around? When he first came through, he was running his socks off. What happened? He became a lazy, selfish, jogging diva. NFC should have absolutely sold him, but he wouldn't want to be sold.
Yeah, we can't sell. No, but the thing is, this is what people are. Again, there's going to be obviously so many theories that what we could have done, what we should have done, and once we know. I absolutely agree, Gags, with your notion about sort of Liverpool must have known by the second or third offer that his mind is made up. We should have been ahead of the game. But this goes back to where, yes, most people will call it naivety from FSG. I call it blind loyalty. So it's a blind loyalty and faith, like how he's one of our own. He's a local kid. He won't snake us like this. Give him time, give him time, give him time, give him time. But someone at the club at some level should have known that no, he's not signing it. Let's make this public. Let's make him and do what we got to do. Play in the public arena then and say, we've offered him a new contract. He's refused it. He's now for sale. And that would have put everyone's cards on the table, Gags. And then it would have been, okay, Trent, make your call now. Otherwise, we are not letting you go for free.
Oh,
that's where I think.
He's 26, bro. He's 26, not 28. So 30th of June, Liverpool have now put a statement out 30 minutes ago. So Liverpool have got a statement out here as well. Wow. Trent Alexander-Arnold has informed Liverpool of his intention to leave the club upon the summer year. We'll depart with our gratitude and appreciation. So this is the last line. Alexander-Arnold will depart with our gratitude and appreciation for his contribution during a sustained period of success. Then that's what they're going to say. They can't say anything else, to be honest. With all the uncertainty over crime, making winning a title even more impressive. Tony, it's incredible what Slot has done. And I'll be honest with you, I think that's why the Trent, the Virgil and Mo stuff got dragged. Just so, I think they knew about Virgil and Mo staying. They knew about Trent going. This has all been done to protect one player. And I think Virgil and Mo have actually played a part in it as well, if I'm honest, where they've also agreed, you know what, we should just protect him because we want to win the league. And because imagine if this dropped out officially at the start of the season, he's leaving at the end of the year, this would have been a real negative year. And I think it would have cost the team a lot. And I don't think we would have won the league, Grizz, because he wouldn't have been in the team. So Slot has had to manage this really well. And hats off to him for managing it the way he has. Tony, totally agree with you. It's made this winning this title way more impressive for me.
Yeah. Oh no. We're gonna. I don't think it's sunk in. You know that, Gags. I was thinking about it yesterday, right, on the way back from the game, and I was thinking, I don't think it's quite sunk in what a job Slot has done in the circumstances. At the moment, we're celebrating a league title, and that's unbelievable in itself, right? But to celebrate a league title that's been won by a rookie manager, rookie for us in terms of in his debut,
Premier League rookie,
Premier League rookie manager, whilst the three biggest contract sagas in the club's history, one could argue, in the background. That is stunning work.
Stunning work. And if it was all true, and they literally only signed at the end of the season, Virgin Mo, and none of it was like they knew at the start, because I'm assuming, I don't know anything, I'm assuming those things, and assumptions can be dangerous. If they really did sign late in the season, like 2 weeks ago, then it makes it even more impressive on top, Grizz, that they managed to get through the season like this. Like, honestly, if they were, a month ago, they were giving the Forest manager of the season. Did you know that?
Yeah. There was rumors, or not rumors, conversations about sort of, he deserves it, X deserves it, Y deserves it.
What? I'm sorry. Like, let me just go to Slot for a second here. I was just like, this is like Carragher saying this shit as well. I was really disappointed in Jamie because I was just like, how can anyone apart from Slot win it? Who's done what Slot's done this season? With all those players leaving on his head as well, and not being able to sign anyone when he got in, apart from Chiesa, who he hasn't played. I am so sorry, but there is only one manager of the season this year, and it's him, because he's done an amazing job. So this Forest, look at the Forest now. They can't handle the Premier League until the end of the season. How are they going to manage CL and Premier League? Look at Villa, the 7th. Good team. They're going to have to sell players if they don't get in the top 5.
Paul Joyce has come, obviously, as part of his article, talks about Trent has clarified his plans now rather than waiting until after the title parade, as he does not want to be viewed as a coward who sneaked out the back door.
I'm sorry. One thing I can't argue is if you start calling him a coward, then you can call him a coward because he could have done this before if you wanted to. Like we won the, you know, when the two guys signed, you know, when they announced Verge and Mo, he should have done his the next week because that's the right way. Because they've just announced them, then it should be him to say, right, we've just had to wait a whole month, right, or 3 4 weeks for Trent after the title won, so he got that moment. I don't know. There's some, there is some selfishness in there for sure.
We have. I've just checked some of the numbers. We have 3,000 people watching just on Twitter. If you could kindly come over to YouTube, subscribe, like, we would be so honored and privileged. Thank you very much for viewing in. And we're having a very frank and open discussion and a disagreement. And can you tell we're disagreeing? Like, this is how discussions and debates should be. Like we're having
no one's shouting at each other, no one's angry at each other. We just have a different opinion.
Well, we're disagreeing. Yeah.
And the other thing is, by the way, we've just hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. 10,000. So it's an amazing week for us. As we won the title, we hit 10,000. If you're on Twitter watching, come on over and be part of that 10,000 and put us up to 13,000 if you can.
We're gonna do the
McLaren.
We're gonna do the same with Steve McLaren when we do that every single time.
Yeah, when we get embarrassed because they don't come. That's
probably Steve McLaren.
Already.
But yeah, loads of debates all over Twitter, as we can see. All the journalists coming out with their hit pieces now. Obviously, the inside track from X, Y, and Z. Look, it is what it is. You know, we have to get on with it. We have to deal with it. Different emotions for different people, and there's no right or wrong emotion. I've always said this, and this is what I say. Don't worry about if you feel in a certain way. Hear it, think it. Gags thinks it's fine. He's okay with it. Move on. But wants to thank him for his time, and now feels as though he's doing what he needs to do, and Gags is okay with that. I'm okay with it in the sense that he's allowed to make what he wants of his life and of his career. I just think he's being a snake about it, but he's not 100% to blame. I think Liverpool Football Club and the people in charge during these last 2 years where we've offered him deal after deal have been naive. But I also think it coincides with what else has happened in the last 2 years, people. We haven't had a stability. We haven't had any stability behind the scenes in terms of sports director, football director. We had Jurgen Klopp, who announced his bloody own retirement from the club. So it was one of those situations where it was a culmination of events. And I just feel that Trent and his people took advantage of that. What do you think?
I actually think Jurgen didn't believe with the current crop and setup that was going on at the club that he could win the league. And I actually think that he was so embarrassed by the summer with Lavia and with Caicedo and all the stuff that was going on last summer, right? So embarrassed with it that, I mean, it was did he let the club know in November? I think we heard last year. He let them know in November and then announced it in Jan, something like that. Was that the kind of... So he knew pretty much very early in the season. Then we started doing well, and he was surprised that the boys that came in had done fantastically well. And I think he probably thought, like, I don't have enough power or I don't have enough sway anymore, maybe. I don't know, but I don't know what made Klopp go. Maybe these 3 players didn't look like they were signing. I don't know, or they just weren't. Maybe they weren't convinced that it was. Maybe they weren't convinced that he was going to win the title again with them, and we were only for the cups. So there's so much Grizz. There's so much Grizz that's going on, but we're blessed that we got on a stop. Whatever happened, however it happened, we're blessed that players want to stay again, and we're blessed that we won the league. So it worked out well for us in the end. I think in the long run, it's worked out really well. He is saying
if you give me the option, and no one will give you this option, but just sort of just for the sake of chat, like, we winning the league or Trent signing a new deal, hey, all bloody day long. So if Trent has,
Trent. See you later.
Bye, Trent. We've won the league title, and that's all that matters and I care about. Personally.
That's what I care about. I told you this in November, or when did we first start doing G&G? November, December. And that was the first thing I said to you. No matter what happens, as long as we win the league, that's all I care about. Even if the 3 left, I'd be like, I want to experience it once in person. I just want to experience it once before, whilst we got the great players. The bonus is that we've got Virgin Mo for 2 more. We could win it twice more. We could. Whilst they're in the squad and we build around them, we could win 2 more. And if we won 3 in a row, that's what you call a legacy from 2 amazing players. The way Mane left,
I'm
the way
amazed.
Bobby left,
I'm amazed.
that's
You know,
what it is.
can we also have a couple of minutes on how the senior players and the rest of the squad have handled this in terms of with class, dignity, silence, no splitting the camps on the pitch, off the pitch, any tantrums, people reading about body language. Like if this was known throughout the club and the squad and everything, we've praised Slot, but how about a word for the players?
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, but bang on. Like they've supported him, and you know when Mo was sharing those cryptic things in March, maybe it's true he did tell this. Maybe he did tell Slot in March, and maybe then the players had to have a meeting with him, and Mo was sharing that meeting, and he had Zabozla and Konate and all these there. By the way, these players must know, and they were all over him on Saturday, jumping all over him jumping all over them. Doesn't seem like there's any bitterness from the players that you love, folks.
No. And that's a sign of the camaraderie, the brotherhood, and the teamwork that we've created with the likes of Klopp and now obviously Slot and the background team. It's, you know, in situations like this, there's always stories leaking from left, right, and centre from clubs, but nothing from Liverpool. Just amazing consistencies. That's what's resulted us winning the league, whilst all this drama in the background.
This stat here is the one that shocked me the most. I read this the other day. Arne Slot will also most probably be the first manager ever to win the league without ever starting a player that's a new signing or a player from this year's academy. No one's ever done it. No one's ever won the league.
Ever starting a player from basically a new signing or a player from this year?
He's not starting. Let's be honest. He's going to get sub, but he's never starting him right in the Premier League. And there's going to be no academy players starting for us in the Premier League until in the last 3 games. There'll be none. It'll all be this first team squad now. So and that's the first manager ever to do it. That's insane.
Okay, if that's fact.
Yeah. That was on. It was on a website I read the other day. Oh, I can't remember which one. Start is clear for manager of the season. Yep. In my opinion, clean sweep for LFC. I don't think young players going to go to
Cole Palmer.
Yeah, well, do you want me to read out what I said about? No, exactly. You don't, because that's exactly why he's going to get it. Because he's got all of the English pundits. This is where
wrapped around his.
Listen, I don't want to call anyone something that they're not. But the bias for I'm not going to say they're racist because that's harsh, but the bias towards English players on English TV it's sports journalism. Any kind of journalism is not supposed to have bias. Broadcasting should not have bias. But I see Gary Neville is literally the epitome of bias. And that's what sells, unfortunately, now. But it's using your position. It's political, in it. It's trying to get the English players to be seen. It's like the referees. English players get more fouls than foreigners. What is that?
Sometimes I think it's subconscious.
It is.
You know, subconscious. I don't think they mean to do it, but I just think it's just, yeah, it's sad to see. It's sad to see. Here we go. Look, he would have been made the highest paid fullback in world football.
Peter Cropperton, take your eggs to the parade, lads.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to get to the.
No. Now all the juniors knew all along. Apparently, I think they've just been fed right now.
What's that? Now the juniors, yeah.
They've just been literally clued up on all the stories.
Okay, so someone's done a thread on Liverpool players' reactions to the Trent Alexander news, which is good. You know, Costas has come out with it. Gakpo, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott so far. all thanking him or doing the love heart emojis, etc., etc. So that would be good and interesting to see.
Alonso and Trent link up.
I mean, but the thing is, right? It's
I can't keep up with the comments, folks. I'm going to try and just put them all on and get rid of them in 5 seconds. But yeah, there's a lot here, so we're not going to talk about them. Let Grizz keep on talking. Keep going, Grizz.
no, I was just going to say it's well, the reason why is because we've got over 3,000 people watching.
Just amazing. But I want to get everyone on the screen. That's all, because I'm kind like that.
Oh my God, you're a madman. It's impossible, man.
No, I'm just going to click through. You keep talking. I'm talking to you. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, in our culture we say sadea. Sadea means you simple man. You won't get any super chats like this if they want to have their comment read, highlighted, discussed, briefed. They have to send in a super chat, Gags. So stop this. Sadea, we say in our country in our language, as my grandmother used to say, oh sadea. Anyway.
Oh my God. Okay, fine. Well, I'm too kind because I've literally pushed everyone on there.
If we see some outstanding comments, then
okay,
we will bring it up. Yeah.
But we will react to you.
We will react. The difference of emotions on this breaking news as compared to when Firmino we found out, when Mane we found out, even when Gini we found out, there is a difference of reaction, a feeling.
Because they had done their time and they were looking like they were over the hill, whereas Trent's 26 and it looks like it's his peak. So I think people are going to be upset. That's really why. And also, he's a
Part's
the worst part, dude, because he's the scouser in our team, and I think that's what hurts people the most is when that local player leaves like this. It's happened now in history. He wants to go down as the Owen and the McManaman. And someone made a great point in the chat. McManaman and Owen left when we were going downwards. This guy's leaving us at the top, So that's even worse for them. They felt like, and
that is spot on. We've just become the best team in the country, and our future is bright. And he's decided now. He's decided now is the time.
Exactly.
I mean, this is why I started.
He didn't know. I think let's be honest, Grizz. He decided 4 years ago, or 2 years ago, whenever he decided a long time ago that he was leaving.
It's worse then.
Yeah. It's not now.
Point.
He obviously decided when he didn't think we'd go back up to the. I reckon it's post Madrid. When that summer where we lost, when we were on for a quad, and we missed out on the league and the Champions League in the last week of the season. Literally the last week of the season, we lost in the Champions League final, and we couldn't catch City by a point. That's when Bellingham also decided to go to Madrid, right? That summer as well. So I reckon that's when Trent decided, if I'm honest, that he's going. He's going to work. Bellingham, by the way, after winning the double last year, the Champions League and the league, this year, have you seen his performances? Some of them.
I don't think Trent's going to work at Madrid. I'll say openly, and I'm not bitter. I'm not sad. It don't affect us directly. He's going to La Liga. Nothing to do with us. But I think he's going to. I don't think it's going to be a successful transfer. People can quote me and clip this up, and we can replay it maybe when Trent's won Ballon d'Or.
Well, he won't win Ballon d'Or. And
also, I don't think it's going to work.
It's like at the same time, Barca are going like this, and Madrid. It's like it feels like this is happening again, where that crop of youngsters at Barca seem to come through now and seem to be playing amazing football. How far ahead are Barca in La Liga?
Good. Last time I checked, which was a few times, a good 7-8 points, I'd say.
So they've pretty much won that as well, right?
Yeah.
So they could be doing a double this year, possibly. If obviously not if
they're on for a treble, right?
Is it a treble?
Yeah. I think
they're like it's not exactly the best time to. It's not exactly the best time to join Madrid when there's a resurgent Barca. Yeah, they are 4 points clear, dude.
Oh, 4 points clear.
So it's still close, and they've got 4 games to go.
Oh, okay, interesting.
But still, you would think that and they're playing Madrid next at Nou Camp.
Oh,
Yeah. That's next. That's next. When's that? May 11th. Yeah. So that's interesting. I might want to watch that actually. But yeah, I mean they've got a lot of players out as well.
They have.
Madrid,
They've
that
offered,
is. So
yeah.
I mean next week, the title is pretty much done. If they win, they go 8 points clear with 3 to play. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think so. If they win, and if they draw, it's still 4 with 3 to go. So yeah, I think Barca are nailed on. So going there at this point in time, and look at the difference: 91 goals, 33 conceded, and Madrid are on 69 goals, 33 conceded. So, and that's by buying. That's for getting Mbappe. You know, so they've got people that jog around the pitch in that team. Mbappe, Bellingham, and Trent are just going to be. Oh yeah, they could be in for a real.
It's an interesting time to join Real Madrid. Let's just say that. But I think you made a very good point about at the start. This is what's going to add to the. This is what's going to add to the rumor.
I gotta share this one.
Go on. Yeah. I don't think he's ready for that. And I don't think he's mentally the strongest.
No, he's not.
You know, in terms of when the chips are down and the crowd are against him, his performance levels don't improve from what we've seen. You know, they actually go pretty bad, right?
Do you agree with this comment?
Go on.
From Real Talk. People don't take into account the way English media have treated Trent at international level. It was embarrassing for him as at last year's Euros. That the main reason for no, I don't think he's leaving he's still going to be treated that way when he's playing for England. So what's the difference? It's when you leave, it's because you're not happy at the club, or you want a new. You know, I think you're protected when you're sitting in your club. No one's going to be dissing you. The local press, the Liverpool journals, they're all going to be singing your praises all the time. The national press with England, that's different. Who cares? Who cares? When he goes to Madrid, you think it's going to change? If he's shit, or if he doesn't defend well, or if he can't get in the team, it's going to be exactly the same. Nothing changes. I don't think it's got anything to do with England playing for Liverpool or playing for Madrid. I don't think it's got anything to do with England at all. I think it's more that he just wants to start something new. And let's be honest, the start something new is the hidden, is like the veil and what's hiding behind it is a bucket load of cash. Let's be honest. So when you lift that veil up and it's like, hey, peekaboo, there's money coming out the mouth, literally. You know, frothing, and his brother's coming there with big bucks in his pocket.
I just think, here we go. So Ben Jacobs says, understand one of Richard Hughes' first actions after joining Liverpool was to offer Trent Alexander new terms. Hughes and Slot made it priority after speaking for the first time. Alexander-Arnold was made a series of significant offers, but there was an acknowledgement quite early on that it was not about money. Liverpool intended to keep Alexander-Arnold, but ultimately the club couldn't offer him a new experience, which was the driving factor behind the departure to Real Madrid.
Yeah, absolutely. Crazy. So say that last bit again. What was his driving?
The change of the experience.
Yeah, I see. That's the bit that I'll always doubt. It's about the money. It's about the money. He's going to get himself a nice little flat at that Bernabeu training ground, because you know every player gets their own living quarters in the training ground as well, so they don't have to go home. They can literally live there if they want after a long day or after when they travel back from games. Their training ground is built to have like 30 condos, one for each person. Apparently, it's incredible. He's going for a condo, man. He wants the free. He wants to be in those living grounds. I don't know. It's an experience he wants to go and have. I don't know. Let's see what comes his way. But yeah, he's going to burn a lot of bridges, unfortunately. The fans won't ever forgive him. There'll be some of us that can, but I think a lot of them won't.
Don't know, man. It's my phone's popping off with people, you know, not Liverpool fans saying, haha. Look, from an outside point of view, like from opposition fans, people are going to view this differently, and it's going to be interesting to see how rival fans or rival clubs fans see this. Obviously, he's been criticized that he can't defend this and that, but now they're suddenly saying it's a huge loss. Ha ha ha! You've lost Trent Alexander-Arnold. Which one is it, guys? Like, was he crap? and we're going to have a better defender? Or was he actually brilliant, but you didn't want to admit he was actually brilliant at the time, and now you're saying he's brilliant and he's leaving you? So it's interesting. How would you see it from a rival fan's point of view? You want good players in the Premier League, right? And he's a stunning player.
Exactly. The league does lose out, you know, at the end of the day. That's the truth. So it's a shame in that way. But it's time to build new stars. It's time to get Conor Bradley. Hopefully, if he's good enough to get to those levels.
I think we're both in the agreement. I think we're both in the agreement of we definitely need another right back.
Of course we do. Even if Gomez stays, we need another right back. Even if Gomez stays and Konza goes, right? And Gomez is the one to stay because Gomez is now loving it with VVD, and VVD is here for another 2 years. So Gomez decides, go on then, I'll stick around for a bit. If that's the case, then Gomez can also cover right back if need be, but we should get another one in.
Do you believe this one? Here we go. Obviously, we're getting new snippets from the articles from the big dogs. Paul Joyce. Trent Alexander-Arnold was unaware of the Real Madrid December bid.
Bullshit. That can't be true.
Can't it?
So basically Peter says Bradley's not that guy.
No, man, I'm not.
Look, and then
people love
Red Armchair supporter Jude and Judas.
Jude and Judas. Brilliant.
Love that one. That's so funny.
Brilliant.
That's got to tweet that one.
I'm tweeting before you tweet it. I'm going to get the likes and earn myself.
I don't tweet much anyway. Lately,
I'm going to do that before you get there.
That's it.
Shameless.
Bloody Boston.
Shameless.
We haven't done our Bollywoodism this week, or our Indianism, Asianism, as we say. What we're gonna do? There's no kuch hota hai here today, is there? This is looking kabhi khushi kabhi gum, man. This is what this is.
Well, now he's turned out to be Bewafa, hasn't he? Bewafa nikla hai tu. Okay, has to be.
Oh man! By the way, Bewafa means Judas, basically. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Look, it worked. It worked. It worked. Joshua Harvey, thank you so much for your kindness. We appreciate it. If Trent has 1 or 2 games, is it 1 out of 2 games, 6-10?
1 or 2 games at 6 out of 10.
He will get cooked. It's not about a new challenge, but it isn't a challenge. It's money, legacy out the window. Ouch. Thank you so much for that. We've already discussed all of it, to be honest, but yeah. Yeah, this is the film. That's the film, dude. That a lot of people are gonna say. Nama Karam. That's that film. And by the way, the movie, beautiful. Love that film. Yeah. So I think he's gonna get a new coach. I think he's gonna get Xabi, isn't he? Xabi to play with.
Well, this is it. This is the other thing people are saying. Like everything's kind of adding up now. Do you remember when he done the Instagram post about him and Xabi Alonso in the same picture? You know, people are saying that there's so much more to this now. Do you remember when we played them and he posted a picture of him and Xabi like together?
And Xabi's another player that went to Madrid from Liverpool.
So that was another hint. So that was another hint. Following in the footsteps of the great Xabi Alonso. And now he's going to be his coach. I mean, that's going to be interesting because Xabi plays with a wing back.
Yeah.
The noise doesn't take away from the fact that what we achieved this season. Yeah, all the quotes are coming out now.
I agree with Mo Chatra in one of our WhatsApp channels. He's just said, I think it would be best to move to signing a more conventional right back and shifting more creative play through the 8 and 10. I think that's good as well. I think that's a good point. I think defensively getting more solid, I think, would be great. We've been so open at times, man, down either side. It's been crazy. It would be really nice to if we've still got creativity and forwards, but winning 1-0 and being able to hold on to those clean sheets, or knowing That if we got this, if we score, you're going to win. Literally, that's the beauty of it, right? Is knowing you get one, that's it. That club, the other club's effed. They give up sometimes. Teams give up when they concede because they know we're not going to get through this defense and this midfield. We're just not. It's going to have to be a worldie. So, yeah, it'll be fine.
Oh, I mean, great timing for the show today. Chat GNG.
Hey, you know me coming over to you. Let's not do so Friday. Let's do post match and let's do. We didn't even get to talk about Chelsea because you know what? It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. But this worked out beautifully because we were like, what do we chat about Chelsea if we don't really care about it? Like you know.
It was meant to be, Grizz. It was meant to be.
it was meant to be. Oh, okay, guys, I'm gonna be on. Check me out. I'm gonna be on Premier League panel. By the way, just want to shameless little plug at 2:30. They've asked me to come on and talk about.
Is that on Sky?
Yeah.
Nice. Go for it, Grizz. Well done.
Speak about the Trent scenario. So I'll be. I don't know how I'm gonna. I don't know if I should call him a fucking rat on Premier League panel or whatever. I'll have to mince my words a little bit.
Well, I would look after your broadcasting career and just be honest, but the nicest way possible.
Well, I'm going to learn from the great Gags.
No. I think you should have your views, but obviously not in the rage keyboard warrior way. I think
of course
you should just keep to say, yeah, you're disappointed with it. That's it. The way that you said it to me here, you don't.
No, absolutely.
You mince the words, but you don't go do it in a disrespectful way, if that makes sense.
No. They've had me on before. They know my kind of style, so to speak. So
it is Cathal. That's going to be on Sky Sports News, I think. Yeah.
So I mean, it's an interesting time now. Like the transfer window's open. We finally know where we stand. Obviously, now we need to get in a replacement. Do we buy a starter? Now, the conversation for the next few weeks, months is going to be, do we buy a starter or do we buy is Conor Bradley our starting right back? And we find someone who's going to compete with him. And this is going to be the conversation, guys, for Chat GNG and most Liverpool content creators out there. We're going to be
buy a first teamer and they rotate, so they both stay fit the whole season. One in Champions League, one Premier League, one plays 2 games and then the other plays 2 games. So they're fit and ready and they're fighting and they're competing because competition does amazing things for players and teams. They're just trying to outdo themselves all the time. And I think if you think about it, with Howson and Kirkes, which look, I hope we get both of those, then a right back as well. That's a lot of change already. And we're talking only 5 players. Then 3 of them are in defense, We definitely need a striker or 2 if Jota and Nunes are going. I've got a feeling it's going to have to be around 6 players, especially if Elliott goes and a midfielder comes in. We're going to have to do 6 players this summer, definitely. It's going to be around 6.
6 players means a lot of shows, a lot of names, a lot of links, a lot of chat GNG, which is what the name of this show is. It's been a tremendous show again. It has absolutely flown by.
Nearly 4,000 viewers on Twitter and YouTube combined, and Facebook.
Yeah, well, this is what it's about, right? Ever-growing Liverpool community on Anfield Index. I don't even need to tell you the amount of content we're producing. And yeah, I said we're producing. I feel as though, they've made me feel so welcome and part of the team. And as Gag says, 10,000 subscribers last week, which is small for many, but huge for us because we only literally just started. And the support has been immense. So keep on supporting, keep on subscribing, keep on liking, and we'll keep on chatting. Right, Gags?
Absolutely. Keep on chatting to G&G. And Grizz, the thanks were in, we're definitely, you came to us and said, hey, I want to help you build this thing when you found out. Like, you actually put your hand up and said, I want to help you.
I was a fan. Yeah, I've been a fan for years. We've discussed this before, in our opening shows and whatever, but
now that we've got so many people watching, let's tell the story. Like, Grizz came and said, I want to help you grow. So me thanking Grizz is from the bottom of my heart because he is one of the reasons why we've grown, So there's loads of people working very hard behind the scenes. We only started in November. So to get to 10K last week in May, start of May, is insane. But this guy brought his audience to us. That's very kind of him to say, hey, I'm here to help you. Nobody does that. Nobody in this day and age does that.
It's just a start.
Very kind.
And as I said, the amount of work, the amount of content and the amount of work that's put out, I've never seen anything like it. And I've worked with tons of platforms, and the amount of effort and daily content that's put out is stunning. So, guys, do the right thing.
So, I got to share this one.
I was like, Salah, give me a contract. Give me a contract. This is where I want to be. I want to finish my career here. This is
we were like, yeah, we'll take you. That's fine. There you go. We'll bring you on. And I was like, Eddie goes, hey, Grizz wants to do a show. Who wants to do a show with him? And I was like, I'm already doing 2, but I'll do a third. Go on then, give it to me. I'll do the third with him, and we'll call it Chat G&G or something like that. And then we got together, didn't we? We started talking about names. You weren't too sure about Chat G&G, were you?
No, I wasn't. It's grown on me. It's grown on me. It's grown on me.
The 2 Gs. Yeah, it's amazing. So,
Grizz, I need some copium. What do we do now? Transgone. Now we enjoy and cherish our league title win and trust the process.
When does the World Club Cup start, by the way? It's June, right?
June.
Because this Red Jabby is saying don't release him early. Well, we're gonna get paid. We're gonna get paid, bro. We got it. I want to take whatever millions I can, 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, whatever we can get from those Madrid gits. Get it off them. If they need him early, pay us. At least we get something for him. And he doesn't go for free. That'll be nicer, to be honest. Any kind of pennies to get for him would be appreciated. Obviously in the millions, not pennies, but pounds, please. But Grizz, again, I know you got a busy Monday ahead now.
Well, I've got to do a bit of makeup shake up now, innit? Like,
Look, man, just be careful with the razor. Just be careful, okay? I'm just
for Chat G&G, it's upnigal,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. This is the homegrown stuff. Now you're gonna go do international. Now you're gonna go play the international football now.
Bit of blusher, bit of light, bit of a foundation. You know what I mean? I've got to go and see my makeup therapist now.
Well, you know what? Thanks again, Grizz, for all your help.
No problem, man.
So far, we've still got a few weeks to go, and also we'll be doing this throughout the summer, right? Every week. So we'll be here throughout the summer to react to all the latest stuff. Maybe we'll have to do some ad hoc breaking news ones. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll try and do what we can when things happen. If Grizz and my calendars schedules meet up. But we're going to be around the whole summer until next season comes. So Peter goes, no Desi style on Sky, please. But actually, I think we should go Desi style on Sky because, hey, there's nothing like diversity and there's nothing like inclusion. And to be honest,
they need the Chat G&G.
That's it.
If anyone's watching, you've got our details and contacts.
No. Grizz is fine. I haven't got the face and the calmness for international stuff. This is all Grizz, man. He's got the topi. He's got everything perfect. Look at the beard, man. It's like properly grizzed up. That's what we're going to call it now. He's grizzed up.
Unbelievable.
But hey, thank you very much. Thanks to all of you that have been watching today and all the comments. Sorry, we couldn't get through every single one, but oh wow, this is nice. Chat G&G too good for Sky.
Appreciated.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. But yeah, Grizz, we'll be back next week, hopefully, with more news. Maybe we can sign some players. I don't know. We'll get some early agreements. Who knows? I think we won't be able to because some of the clubs are playing for certain places and things, so we won't. But let's see how the season shakes out. There is going to be an exciting summer. And Absolutely. This club could go from strength to strength, even with one player leaving. I wouldn't worry about it too much. But yeah, thanks again. Try and have a great bank holiday Monday. And if you're not in the UK, have a great Monday, wherever you are. See you next week. And up the champion, Reds.